All right, guys, at this stay, we're staying at Pop Century. We are staying in the 70s building 6. Here at Pop Century, it's a value resort on Disney property. And you can take the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. You can also stop at Caribbean Beach or Riviera Resorts. Here's a quick look into the Pop Century Resort gift shop. There's a lot of resort-specific merchandise in here, as well as some 100th anniversary merch and other merchandise that you can get at the parks. Here's the main lobby where you can check in if you need to. I used the app to check in myself, and we were able to go straight to the room. Here's some memorabilia from the different decades. Personally, the 90s memorabilia was my favorite because that's the decade that I grew up in. Immediately behind the lobby, there is the Pedals Bar and the main pool to the resort. It's currently open from 10 to 11. Taking a left out of the lobby brings you to the 70s and 80s part of the resort. Along the way, there is this fire pit, which they did not use while we were there, and this awesome photo op with this classic car and Goofy. Coming into the 70s courtyard, it has a Life-Size Foosball, this vintage Mickey phone, and across from Mickey, there is a giant big wheel, which I personally think Disney is missing out on a photo opportunity here if they put some stairs up and allowed people to take a seat and take an awesome picture. Here's the view outside of our room, overlooking the pond and Art of Animation. All right, here's our room 6354. We're in the 6th building of Pop Century's 70s section. And here it has 2 beds. There's the one full size, and this one also pulls down here into another bed. This is the mini fridge, some storage here. There's the coffee pot. Welcome to Demco and our party. And here we've got our safe. One of the many, many pillows that they have here. You've got 3 drawers to put your clothes away if you choose to do so. Each bed side of the bed has its own plugs and USB chargers. There's also 2 over there for when they pull down that bed. And here we've got an iron and a hairdryer, so you don't need to bring any of that stuff. Some more storage, hangers. Come into the bathroom here. It's actually a really nice bathroom. Got a nice shower, rain shower head. Also has the Disney H2O products in here still. But overall, this is a very nice room.
Here's a close look at the second pool on property. It's located in the 50s section. It's shaped like a bowling pin, and it's probably one of the most unique pools that I've ever seen. Now we're heading to the 80s and the 90s section. On the left here, there's a playground for the kids to play.
All right, here we're approaching the 80s, which I can already tell you is probably my favorite right now, because I loved playing Pac-Man. Actually, Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man's definitely way better than the original Pac-Man. Just a hot take. Here's a closer look at the pool in between the 80s buildings. And then that is also a 90s building across the way. All right, guys, here's my honest review of Pop Century. I think it's a great resort to stay at if you're going to be here for a day or two, maybe 3 max. But if you're going to want to go anywhere and stay here longer than that, I'd still probably recommend staying at Bonnet Creek. There's definitely a lot of things that I like about this place. I like the transportation to the parks. The Skyliner you really can't beat. But overall, it still is a very nice resort. If you want to stay on property for a cheap price, these all-star and value resorts might be the way you want to go.
Now that I'm on my way home, I'd like to ask you to like, subscribe, and share. And if you're interested in seeing my Bonnet Creek review, I'll link it right now.